So I made today's video to give you guys some major tips on the best financial strategies as well as milestones to hit depending on how much money you're bringing in. We'll have 3 different buckets of income that we're going to be talking about today. So whether you make 40K per year, 75K per year, or 100K and above, we have something for you. And the main reason I made this video is that the strategies that you might employ at the $40,000 salary level are going to be different than say if you make $150,000 or more. So let's get right into it and let's talk about some strategies if you make around $40,000 per year. When I first graduated college, my starting salary was $38,000 working a customer service job at a video game company, and I remember this time being quite difficult, but still somewhat possible. I think when you're at this salary level, I think it's important to acknowledge that you can make life work, and while it is difficult, it's nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, I respect anybody that can make a $40,000 salary as well as make life work, because out of all the income levels that we're going to be talking about today, this is the level where the finances matter the most. That's because every single dollar is way more important at this income level. When you're at this level, if you're able to save 10% of your gross income towards your other goals, I think this is going to be really key. And I think there are 3 major goals that we really want to accomplish at this income level. And the first is not having any consumer debt or any BNPL or buy now, pay later debt. Now, having any sort of consumer debt at any income level is going to really suck, but at the $40,000 salary range, every dollar matters a lot more. So having consumer debt, let's say with an interest rate of 10%, is really going to compound your problems. The average take-home pay of someone making $40,000 gross per year is about $2,700 in take home per month. And that $2,700 needs to cover your rent, your groceries, your transportation, and ideally some savings and investments. So even an extra $100 per month in credit card interest could be the difference between you making rent or not, or you being able to save for retirement or not. The average savings rate in America right now is a dismal 3.8%, and the average credit card balance in America varies by age, but generally the average is about $5,700. So I think one of the first strategies of this $40,000 income level is to try to clear off this debt. And if you're able to save, let's say 7.5% or even 10% of your gross income and put it towards your debt, this is going to be really helpful. Once you've done that, the second goal is to kind of set up your financial foundation. So have your emergency fund set up, start investing in your Roth IRA, and start looking at other types of investments. I'm sure if you've watched my channel before, you know the importance of having at least a 3-month emergency fund, as well as starting to contribute to a Roth IRA where your earnings are going to grow tax-free. The strategy here is that if you don't have any emergency fund at all, you want to save that 7 to 10% from step 1 or goal number 1 of this income bracket and put it towards that. So ideally you have 3 months of an emergency fund set up before you start investing in a Roth IRA. And so that means if your take-home pay is about $2,700 a month, and let's say you spend $2,000 a month on your expenses, you want to have at least a $6,000 emergency fund saved up.